So we're here on the Infineon stand at PCIM Europe on the second day in the afternoon. I've got the pleasure of talking with Srinivas Rao, the Senior Application Manager of Vehicle Motion, and Björn Steurich, Senior Director of Automotive. Srinivas, hydrogen fuel cells, I had no idea that Infineon were involved in that technology. Perhaps you could explain it to me.
Yeah, definitely. It's not surprising. It's quite a new topic. People are more curious to learn more about it. And I think Infineon is taking the leadership in trying to showcase the possibilities of what we can achieve with hydrogen fuel cells. And that is why here we have come up with the reasons why anybody would want to look at hydrogen as the next generation fuel. Yeah, I think everybody around the world is looking for alternative fuels with a lot of political reasons and many other reasons, and also for greener energy. And that's the reason why this is one of the main reasons why there's a huge potential that we see that the people are going to switch to, and even the industry is going to come up with better solutions for hydrogen cells. Yeah, and the other big reason is with the range and payload. What we have learned from our analysis and research is that whatever the weight of the vehicle, especially when you talk about long haul vehicles and long haul trucks, the weight of the bare weight of the truck is quite less as compared to battery vehicles, because the batteries consume a lot of weight and space, and that's the reason why we can have better payload and even better range as compared to battery vehicles.
So is potentially the first application for something like this more the commercial side as opposed to the private car?
Exactly. So this is what our research shows, and our studies show that it is more suitable for a long range trucks, and it may not be, or I think it would be a bit of a trade-off between the cost that you have to invest in the smaller vehicles, like in the passenger cars, as compared to the returns that you get and the benefits that you get with the long-range trucks.
So what sort of range do you think a commercial vehicle might be able to achieve?
I think it depends on the capacity of the hydrogen they're going to carry, and I think on an average it could be 500 kilometers. But I think it's configurable depending on how you are going to design the vehicle. So all those things add up.
So Björn, what sort of support can you give an engineer who might be interested in hydrogen fuel cells?
Go back. So, I mean, I think at the moment we have already a very nice portfolio here, yeah, on components. There is innovation required, yeah, in supervision and monitoring. Here we are developing new components, yeah. But in general, I mean, like for the rest of the components, yeah, we have.
So what would those key components be that you already have, but really suit that sort of application?
I would say it's all about power. The biggest portion is, of course, the power. Yeah, but let me show you. There are a couple of new ECUs required for fuel cell part. Yeah, so if you look to this vehicle, you can see the part at the end is pretty much the same like a normal battery electrical vehicle. Yeah, so you have the main inverter, battery management system, optional an onboard charger, maybe not required for a fuel cell vehicle, depends on the OEM implementation. Yeah, and the battery size is of course much smaller. Yeah, and then there are new components like the DC-DC boost converter to boost up the voltage of the fuel cell stack to the traction inverter. Yeah. And you need an air compressor, because not only hydrogen is required but also oxygen. Yeah, so it's a very high rotational machine where you need silicon carbide components, for example. Yeah, and then another interesting component or another interesting control unit is the fuel cell control unit that is supervising the entire power plant, if you like. Yeah, and then let's say what we and this is what. Srinivas was already explaining. Main market we are seeing, or the initial point we will see, is really long-haul trucks, yeah, and also a portion of passenger vehicles. But the real market is long-haul trucks. Yeah?
I guess one of the challenges for these fuel cells is the infrastructure, as opposed to maybe the technology that might power them. It's just getting the hydrogen in place, right?
But this is a perfect playing ground for Infineon. Because we are not only looking to the vehicle, we are also looking on the production side of the green hydrogen. Yeah, so we are looking for solution, for example, for solar converter or wind turbines. Yeah, also for green hydrogen production directly from the grid. Yeah. So I think we are already. I think we are in a nice position to have already very nice portfolio to address the generation with electrolysis of green hydrogen. Yeah, from renewables and the fuel and the consumption side. Exactly. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks very much, guys. Really interesting.